So just recently we acquired a new 361 Sensation 4, and what we're going to do today is we're going to do an out of lab test and compare it to the Sensation 3. Both shoes are size 10 and they have a unloaded heel to toe drop of 9 millimeters. So let's start with the weighing of each shoe. We'll weigh the Sensation 4 first, and it is 10.3 ounces. So let's put that into our calculator. So that one would go here, 10.3. Now we're going to weigh the older model, the Sensation 3. And that's 9.5. So we'll place that into our calculator. 9.5. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test the structural parameters of both shoes, and we're going to compare them. We're going to compare their shoe stability index, their rear foot stability index, their medial stability index, their cushioning, their vertical support, or what we call loaded heel to toe drop, and cushioning. So we already have the data for the 3 here that'll be on the left hand side. We'll test the Sensation 4. We'll put all that data on the right hand side, and then we'll get the comparison. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test the midfoot support of the shoe. We'll stabilize the heel, and then we'll twist the shoe 15 degrees and measure the resistance it took to get to that 15 degrees. And that will be measured in inch pounds. The more inch pounds, the more supportive the shoe is, the less supportive. So let's go ahead with this. And we have 50 inch pounds. So let's place that in our calculator here. And then let's go to the rear foot stability. And that is determined by how firm the midsole is underneath the heel. What we do is we compress the shoe to 100 pounds of pressure. The more distance it takes to get that pressure, the softer the midsole, the less stable. The less distance it takes to get to the 100-pound pressure, the firmer the midsole, the more stable it is in the rear foot. So we'll test that, and we'll do that to 100 pounds of pressure. And that is 3.78 millimeters. So we'll place that into our calculator. And we've got that. Now the next thing we want to do is test the rebound index, or how much energy return there is from the midsole. We'll compress that midsole to 100 pounds, release this lever, this calcaneal block will fly up, and the higher it goes, the more energy that shoe is producing. The lesser it flies up, the less energy it's producing. So let's go ahead and do that. And that is 7.82 millimeters. This traveled up. So let's put that in. Okay, now we can pretty well analyze the difference in the shoe. So the Sensation 4 weighs more than the Sensation 3, about 8.42% more. As far as midfoot stability, the Sensation 4 had a minus 7.41% less midfoot stability than the Sensation 3. For hindfoot stability, the Sensation 4 had about 10% more hindfoot stability than the Sensation 3. For vertical support, the Sensation 4 had 8.75% more vertical support, or what we call loaded heel to toe drop. As the rebound index, the Sensation 4 had minus 18.37% less rebound index or energy return than the Sensation 3. The overall shoe stability index was not much. It was about 0.18%, a little bit more than in the Sensation 4. You can see their shoe stability index. The Sensation 3 had 74.7 and the Sensation 4 74.8. So you can see there's not much difference. Where the difference is in the rebound index in the weight. And because the Sensation 4 has, it weighs more and has less rebound index, it will be a slower shoe than the Sensation 3. These shoes are tested out of our lab. Normally they would be incubated for 48 hours. So we really can't compare it to other shoes, 40-something shoes that we tested. All we can do is compare one to the other at the same temperature. So that is the outcome of our test.